So yeah, overall, I will give you my my discussion. Great nerfs, definitely affects it. I suspect it only really affects, unfortunately, I suspect it mostly affects some of his worst matchups anyway. So, like, that's why I'm not sure about the way they've changed that situation. I feel like something needs to be changed, but I'm not sure that was the right way to do it. Maybe I'll be proved wrong. I do think it's a bit of an adjustment as well. Like, Graves still do have the mix-ups they had, but when it doesn't knock down, it feels so strange at the moment. Like, my eyes just do a double take every time it doesn't knock down because I keep expecting it to knock down. Jump B this is. The super I think is slightly bugged. It won't be a problem when they fix the maybe slight bug on it. But right now he does feel very, well, not very weak, but it feels like maybe a bit too much. Particularly against rushdowns and particularly against Rook, who we'll talk about next. Because Rook's buffs, again, I don't know if they're that significant against everybody, but they are definitely significant in certain matchups, and against Grave would be one of them from what I've seen. So I definitely think he's a lot stronger in some situations right now. It's just the ground B that's the real key thing. Quince, as I say, I think it gives him a new way of playing. I don't think it particularly makes him better or weaker overall. I just think it gives him a way to play neutral. Played a bit of a defensive Quince that he didn't always have like that well. Like he'd just kind of lose to some random jumps in neutral, whereas now he has got answers to that. Onimaru, I think it is mostly a case of only really going to affect very high level Onimarus. Like your average to good Onimaru will not play any differently because the main one is the slight tweaks to his anti-airing ability, and I honestly don't see a lot of sort of even good Animaries don't really use him that way, so I don't know if it'll affect him. And then the Setsuki nerf is, again, that's a weird one in that I don't know if it'll affect high level players particularly. It definitely affects some of the looping sort of repeated plus frame strategies she's got. The Setsuki train has definitely been slowed down a little bit, but the weird thing is she's still got the big 4 damage punish combo. It's just now a bit tricky to do, and I mean I had to sit in practice mode for sort of half an hour trying to do it again, and I could get it consistently after a while in practice mode, but as soon as I got into a match, I was just trashing it and I dropped it immediately because I'm not very good with Setsuki though. She's probably the only character in Phantom Strike where I would say the execution level is actually slightly too high for me, because you do have to press a lot of buttons very, very quickly, and that's one of the things that I just can't do. I can mash one button like crazy, no problem at that. But to actually switching buttons and using all those mix-ups correctly, I can do a nice random sets, but it's not very, actually, I don't really know what I'm doing. I can't her since patch. Pre-patch I can't even. Oh yeah, JJ Tam is on record as not being able to Setsuki. I can't either. Like, it's weird because Argagog does have to press a lot of buttons quickly at times, but his moves also are quite slow in some ways, so there's something about Argagog that allows me to play even in his fast button situations. I think having the super that slows the match down as well is really, really useful, whereas Setsuki's just like, you just feel like you're on manic time all the time. And again, Jaina, much like Onimaru, I don't think it affects very, very much apart from the very, very high level stuff, so your average to good Jaina's not going to notice it.